What's up guys, shinyhunterzach here, back with a BFBM. Now you may not know what it stands for, but this stands for Bought Figures by Mail. So I actually bought 37 old school Tomy Pokemon figures from a seller online, and now they have arrived and I am ready to open them. Here's what the package looks like. It's a rather large box because there's so many figures and you can probably hear them kind of rattling around in there. So let's go ahead and get this open up. I will try and do it on camera as much as I can, but it's a big box, so it's kind of hard to do. Let's see. Alright, so we do that. And then we can open this part up, I think. This is not easy. There we go. So, I can already see them. Very nice. I'll get some of this tape down here and this tape down here off. And that should open up. So, I guess we'll go ahead and do this one at a time. Well, the box isn't fully opened yet. 1 second. Alright, now it's open. Let's do this one figure at a time. I'll just kind of grab them randomly from the box, and I'll set my camera down so we can look at them, get a good look at each individual figure. So, the first one we have here is Weezing. This is a really nice looking Weezing figure. Here's what it looks like from the back. It's got a little clear stand, so that's very nice. Put that, I'll just start kind of lining them up. Next up we have this, oh my gosh. We have a very gigantic Nidoking. I'm actually not sure if this is Tomy. This is a Burger King toy. So that's pretty cool. This is an old Burger King one, not from Tomy, but it still looks really nice. It looks like it was maybe a keychain or some kind of necklace or something. You could put a little chain through this little ball at the top. That's pretty nice. Next up we have a Wartortle. This looks awesome. Really glad to get a nice Wartortle figure. I got a great deal on all of these figures, these 37 figures, so I'm really happy to show these off and have them for my collection. Next up is Venonat. This looks great. It's got that dark purple fur and the big red eyes. A lot of people say this should have evolved into Butterfree, and Caterpie and Metapod should have evolved into Venomoth. Next up we have a legendary. This is Entei, of course. Looks really nice. Got an awesome look to it. And it looks like you can use it as a, like a thing you put on the end of your pencil. Like a little, yeah, like you put the eraser part there. So that's pretty cool. Next up we have a Spearow. That is really awesome. Very nice looking Spearow. Get the camera to focus on that. There we go. Alright, after that we have a Seal. This is made by Tomy. I love that cute expression on his face. It's just so adorable. I absolutely love it. That one may go into my background right away. Here's one I know I had when I was a kid. This is a Pidgey. I had a lot of Tomy figures when I was a kid, and I think my parents sold them at some point. But this just looks so awesome. It's exactly how I remember it. And we'll put that back there. You can't see some of them, but I'll zoom out at the end so you can see all of them. Here's another awesome looking Tomy figure. It's Sandshrew. It's got that big belly. It looks like an armadillo. You could just tell it's ready to curl up into a ball in a moment's notice. Very nice. We'll start another column here. Put that like right there or something. I don't know. Then we have Mareep. This is an awesome looking Mareep with lots of fluffy fur. Not fur. I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. Wool. There we go. Lots of fluffy wool. There we go. So we'll put that there next to Sandshrew. Then we have Goldeen with a gigantic tail. Its tail is about as big as its body. But it looks kind of wobbly-eyed almost. Look at that. One eye's looking over there and one eye's looking forward. So that's a little interesting. Next up we have to pair up with Nidoking, we have Nidoqueen. This one also came from Burger King, and you can tell by this thing at the top that it could be used for a necklace or something along those lines. It'd be kind of a heavy little charm thing, but there's the Burger King logo right there. That looks pretty cool. I'll put that on the other side of Nidoking. Then we have Stantler, another nice Tomy figure, reindeer Pokemon with Christmas coming up in a few months. Let's see if my camera will focus a bit more on that. There we go. We'll set that right there. Then we have another one I really liked when I was a kid, and that is Hitmonchan. Really cool design. You can almost kind of move its arms to have it do little jabs and punches. And you can see what it looks like from the back and the front here. That one, if I can get it to stand up, it looks like it's a little wobbly. I'll lean it up next to Stantler. Then we have Tangela. Very awesome. This is just a bunch of blue vines mashed together to hide whatever this black face is. The two eyes. This one's also a little wobbly. It's kind of leaning back on me. Then we have what looks to be another one of those things you put on the end of your pencil. But this is Clefairy. Really nice looking Clefairy. Sort of that chalky pink color. Then to go along with that Goldeen, we have, or not Gold, yeah, Goldeen. We have Seaking with a huge tail. Like it could fly away on this tail almost. Very nice looking figure. I'll put that on the end. And then we have Gloom. Really nice looking design on this one. I think they did this one really well. They even got the drool under its mouth right there. So we'll put that on the end. This one also has a bit of trouble standing upright. There we go. Then we have Totodile. This looks really nice. That light blue color is really awesome. I may have to clean all these a bit, but I'll do that after the video, of course. And then to go along with the Hitmonchan is this awesome looking Hitmonlee. This is almost definitely going into my background, just because it's got its own stand, and it can sort of stand up, and it's already in a kicking pose. Look at that. Really cool. So we'll put that over there. Then we have Gyarados. I know Assad from Poke Collection would be jealous of this. It also has its own stand. Looks very nice. So I will set that right there. We've got a nice little collection going so far. There's sort of a zoomed out version. I'll keep it zoomed out for a bit while I rummage around in here. We have quite a few left. Next up is Vileplume. Zoom into that, so you can see the details of it. Nice looking Vileplume there. They captured its top little flower here very well. I hope it can stand up though, because its top thing looks heavy. Next up we have Poliwrath. This is a nice looking Poliwrath figure. It's also doing kind of an action pose with the little punch there. Very broad chest and body, so that's pretty cool, and then the kind of slit nostrils as well. Then we have Seadra. This one looks really nice. It's another one that comes with its own base, and some of these are pretty old. Some of the, like this one, is probably late 1990s, so just right when Pokemon was coming out, which is when Tomy had the contract to make all these figures, and they did a really good job. And then Tomy didn't do Pokemon figures until, I think, Generation 6 or maybe 5, and then they started doing figures again, and now they look great. So here's a nice Golduck. Really awesome looking there. I wish it would tell you what year, but it does say Tomy. So we'll put that on the end. Then here's one that I also know I had as a kid, and I actually have the evolved form of it back at my house. This is Drowsy, of course. And I actually have Hypno back home, so I might get that next time I go home to pair up with Drowsy. But that is awesome. And then to go along with that Clefairy, this one's not a pencil cap, but it is an awesome figure in Clefable. Again with that pink color. And a very swirly tail. Its tail almost looks like a cinnamon bun. So I'll zoom out again so you can see all the figures so far. Next up, we have, to go along with Poliwrath, we have Poliwag. Very round body and the nice tail. And it does stand up on its own, which is nice. And then to go along with that, we have Poliwhirl. Debatably my favorite of this line right here. It seems only barely bigger than Poliwag. I think basically just its eyes kind of stand out from its body, so that gives it a bit of height advantage. So set these to the side. And then we have another one that I really liked when I was a kid, and that is Golem. Awesome looking body. Different. It looks like just a bunch of different rocks are protruding out from its body, and then the face right in the middle there. Next up, we have Charmeleon. I wasn't able to get or find a Charizard or a Charmander in this lot, but I did find Charmeleon, and this looks great. I love the little tail on the end. And then we have Venomoth to go along with Venonat. This is also huge, with huge wings. Here's the Venonat for comparison. Venonat and Venomoth there. Awesome, awesome. Looks like we have 5 more figures, so we're almost there, guys. We have a nice Snubble made by Tomy. Awesome looking one of the few Pokemon in this lot that aren't Generation 1, along with Totodile and Entei. Then we have Raticate. I do have a Rattata figure already. You may have seen it in my background a few times, but there it is. So now you have the comparison of Rattata and Raticate. Then we have a Fearow, also with huge wings, kind of spread out to, I don't know, maybe be more intimidating or something. Caw-caw! You can see it kind of flapping already. So we'll put that down. We have 2 more. First one is Growlithe. Wish I could find an Arcanine to go along with this, because I'm sure it looks great, but this is just kind of a Growlithe in a sitting position, almost like a regular household pet kind of dog. And then finally, figure number 37, we have Quagsire. Another Gen 2 Pokemon. This looks sick. Very, very nice. So I'm guessing it's one of the last Tomy figures they made before they stopped making Pokemon figures for a while. That looks great. Here is a zoomed out picture of all of them, disregarding the figures in my background there. So starting with that line that has Weezing and Venonat and Seal, all the way up, that is 37 figures. Really nice looking collection there, and I'm so glad to be adding these to my background at some point. So that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like and favorite the video and leave a comment below. And until next time, I will see you guys later.